Hey, motherfuckers! So, how you doing? It's Monday. Usually sucks. I think it sucks. But whatever. It's like every other day of the week. It just sucks getting up for the first one, right? But anyway, so updates on all the stuff. So we had the show on the 25th at the Forge. It was an awesome show. All the bands played really well, I felt anyway. We got audio recordings of us, and I got the ones for Grounded Star too, and got video for basically both of our sets. So I'm gonna get those to them, and we'll see. Like initially, we thought that we were able to get like totally split up tracks, so like for each mic type of thing, and that turned out not to be the case. The guy I was talking to before who said that their mixer was capable of it was not the same guy who was doing sound. So the guy who was doing sound just basically hit record on the thing. I'm sure it'll still be fine. Like but won't be able to EQ it quite the way that we would normally like, right? Boost certain things here and there and just make it real cool, because I wanted to be able to release it, but I'm gonna see what I can do with the EQs of it, and maybe throw up like a song or two, but it won't be like the last one that we put up where it was like the whole set. Even though that one was stereo too, I'll probably just kind of cut it down and get it all synced up and whatever, and pick a couple songs that we felt probably came out the best, sound-wise and whatever else. And but who knows? Depending on how the guys feel about the guys from Ground to Star feel about theirs, maybe you might see some of their stuff too. Because fuck, man, those guys put on such a good show, and we're super stoked to play with them on. Every time we get to play with them, but we're super stoked to play with them on April 1st too, at the Tracks. So that'll be a lot of fun. Update on the At the Tracks show at April 1st. There's been another band added to the bill. So there'll be 4 bands. I think tickets are $20 or $25. It's going to be kind of a battle of the bands type thing. So try to get out At the Tracks and pick up your tickets, and it's going to be a hell of a show, because they got a nice venue, they got pretty decent sound, and 4 bands. You can't ask for much more. Plus, their food is fucking delicious. So, all else fails, get something good to eat. What else? Oh, okay. So, I got a couple funny stories from the show, from the Forge, over this last weekend. So we get there, whatever else, find the place, and get all our gear loaded in, and go park our cars, whatever else. And so we go to get something to eat, and we walk down the street a little ways, and come across the Subway. I wasn't even hungry. I didn't have anything. But anyway, the guys, they decided they wanted to do it at the same spot, so they went to Subway. So we go into Subway, and there was this homeless guy, a native guy, and he's losing it on the, what do they call them now? Sandwich artists? That's what the commercials used to call them anyway back in the day. He's losing it on the sandwich artists, who are, let's just put it this way, they're not native to Canada, or at least, their original race, whatever, are not native to Canada, but I guess none of us really are, except for, the natives. But, so anyway, this homeless guy, he's holding a piece of pizza that the pizza place, I guess, gave him just over, like, because it's in a strip mall, right, like kind of like a corner. So he's holding a piece of pizza, and I guess just before we got in there, he was harassing the sandwich guys, harassing them for a cup of soup, right? Like expecting a handout. And it's all fine and good, I guess, but he was losing his fucking mind. Now, I don't know if the dude was on drugs or whatever else, if he was drunk or if he was just an irate homeless dude, but he was coming unglued on these guys because he felt entitled to a cup of soup, a warm cup of soup, whilst holding a piece of pizza that the other guys gave him, using that as leverage, saying that the guy over there gave me fucking piece of pizza and you won't even give me a fucking cup of soup. So the sandwich guy, there's two of them, and both different ethnicities, not that that matters, but one East Indian guy and one I think he might have been Chinese, maybe Filipino. I'm not entirely sure. It's not like I went and asked him, right? But anyway, so he's losing it on these guys, and the guy's just like, one more time, and so the native guy, the homeless guy's coming unglued on this guy and saying the most outrageous shit. He said, I'm gonna get fucking Trump to deport you back to where you are, you fucking import. First of all, Trump is in America, has no jurisdiction here whatsoever. And then, the guy keeps losing it, whatever else, gradually works his way to the door. He's like, fucking call the cops, fucking call them. I don't fucking care. And so all three of us are there, we're newfies, white guys. And anyway, I kind of looked over at him when it was just getting outrageously ridiculous. And so then, he's going off calling this guy, turban, blah, blah, blah. Like just being total fucking crazy dude, right? And then he decides to link us into it, calling us white hooded fucking whatever else. I don't know if it's because two of the guys got shaved heads or whatever. And so I don't know if he just assumed they were fucking white supremacists or what the fuck was his problem. But so he's calling us fucking white hooded, whatever, fucking calling us out because apparently we're privileged and we live in warm houses. All I could think was, fuck. It was basically like a millennial homeless guy, because he felt entitled because he was a homeless guy that he was supposed to get free shit. Now, I'll try my best not to offend anybody, but last I checked, and this guy is clearly 100% native, there's no debating it. A lot of times those guys can have free school, they have the opportunity for lots of help, as far as I know. Now I might be talking out my ass, I don't know. And he's still coming at these people who are, they might be from a different country, maybe their parents are from a different country or whatever else. Canada is well known for their open arms policy for bringing people in and whatever else, and that's totally fine. But these guys are working. We work constantly, right? We're away from our families all the time. We're having to work. Go get a fucking job, man. There could have been tons of life experiences that caused them to get to this point, but there's always a way to change your life. And if you're just gonna walk around looking for handouts when there's opportunity out there, don't get me wrong, the economy's shit, but there's always opportunity for jobs if you have a sensible fucking attitude. This guy clearly does not have a sensible fucking attitude. So anyway, he's fucking banging on the windows, whatever else. Apparently we're white supremacists, like, and so all I could think of then was like, oh great, you know, we're probably gonna run into this guy on our way back to the fucking show and whatever else. But that never happened. So that's the one little story from that night. Number 2 story, like I said, the show went great, whatever else. All the bands did really well. We go to unload all our gear, or bring our gear back home. So Bercy, he's driving, you know, like a Dodge Journey type thing. So most of the gear goes in his rig. And I'm in the little Sunflower. So anyway, we go to load up all the gear. He goes, grabs his rig. Now, when we went to this place, we're downtown, we're on White Ave. And so there's not a whole lot of parking, whatever else. Obviously, you know, it's a fucking Saturday night. The roads are fucking full. And plus, it was, this was kind of why there wasn't, well, I hope. This was kind of why there wasn't a huge turnout, because the weather went super shitty that night. And so, you know, a lot of people couldn't make it out, whatever else. It was still an awesome show, but there wasn't that great of a turnout. So, anyway, he goes to park when we unloaded all his gear first. And I got my guitars in from my car. I asked him where he parked. He went and parked just over at the Tim Hortons parking lot. And thought it was totally fine. And he's like, yeah, just go park next to me. So I went and parked next to him, right next to him. We load all our gear back into Bercy's rig. I go to grab my car. My car is gone. My car got towed. His car didn't get touched. My car got towed. So we get paid, like, you know, most of these gigs around the city, unless there's a huge fucking turnout, they don't pay very much. So all the bands, that, you know, from what I can tell, basically got paid around $60 for the show, which for us 3-piece, you know, $20 a piece. $200 to get my fucking car back. So basically, I paid $180 to go play. So that kind of sucked, but whatever, you know, shit like that happens. It was bound to happen eventually, and it just happened to happen this night. We still had a lot of fun. It was a great show, and you know, huge shout out to Sasha, our manager, who you know, set up the show and got all the bands in, and tries to prevent us from having to do the whole ticket sales thing. Because let's be honest, most of us in serious bands, we're not high school kids. We don't have fucking like huge ass followings. You know, we don't have time. We're working all the time. We don't have time to go running around tickets, trying to sell tickets to all these people at work, you know, harassing people and shit like that. We do our best to try to get people out, don't get me wrong. But like trying to get people to drop fucking coin for tickets, even if they're fucking $10, it's not easy, right? So anyway, like, I mean, huge shout out for him for getting it all settled and everything else. But and also want to do a huge shout out to my cousin, Michelle Maidman, and her boyfriend, Ramey Thompson, because they basically become our #1 fans. They're at almost all the shows. Fuck, this sun is bright and I don't have my sunglasses. But they've been providing some pretty good pictures the last little while. We just got the most recent pictures that we put up. They're from Michelle, and apparently Ramey got some really good ones with his like actual like really nice camera. And so as soon as we get our hands on those, we'll post those up too. But yeah, big shout out to those guys. Clearly, or at least of late, definitely been our #1 fans. So yeah, other than that, what else can we talk about? Trade deadline's approaching in the NHL. A few big trades. Brian Boyle actually left fucking Tampa and went to the Toronto Maple Leafs. I couldn't believe that trade. But more surprising was Ben Bishop over to LA. And like, I like Ben Bishop, but he gets hurt a lot. And I don't know how that works as a tandem either with him and Johnny Quick. I don't know if maybe they're planning on moving Johnny. I can't see him moving Johnny, but I mean, he's been hurt a bunch too. So now they got two goalies who are seem to be fairly prone to getting hurt. I don't see how that works at all. But, you know, Tampa's in a fucking cap crunch, and Vasilevsky's a fucking serviceable goalie. And now they got Budaj, who basically fucking kept the Kings afloat while Johnny Quick was out. So I'm not sure how I feel about those trades, but I'm still waiting to see if fucking the Oilers do anything here at the deadline. Apparently, I just heard on the radio there's been some talks with the Islanders. I don't know what they would be looking at there, but maybe a backup goalie. I'm not sure. But yeah, so we'll see. I don't expect the Flyers to do anything because what's the point? You might as well wait till the summer. Flyers are basically tanking, which breaks my heart to say it, but like I said the other video, like I didn't even turn on the Flyers game the other night when the Oilers game was on because I've just come to terms with it. So fingers crossed for next year. Hopefully they can get something figured out. They need a fucking good goalie. I know fucking Mason and Neuwirth have had a hard go of it, but they both just seem totally flat right now. Like there's no fucking faith in them. The fucking front end got no faith in them, so they're not firing like they should be. So, what do you want, right? It's not going to work. Because if your offense is fucking worried about it, then that's not going to work because they're all worried about, trying to protect the goalie, and then they're fucking, they're clinching their sticks too tight, fucking goals are going in, and they're not getting any fucking goals back, and then they're just playing desperate, and they're playing stupid, they're making bad passes. It's just a mess. Honestly, it looks like the Oilers of fucking the last decade. It's fucking miserable. Because, the Oilers had Dubnyk, who obviously, according to fucking Minnesota, is a good fucking goalie, but they had no defense. And, I like a lot of the Flyers' defense, but the goalies are just being Swiss cheese now. And so it's kind of a little bit different, but I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got to say right now. We got the gig at the Tracks with Damage Incorporated. And so that's going to be fucking awesome. So try and get your tickets for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm very squinty because it's so fucking bright. But yeah, get out for that show. It'll be a lot of fun. Lots of old fucking metal. And we'll be basically playing all originals. We might throw in a cover or two, but not sure yet. Anywho, I'll probably have a whole bunch more to tell you. I'm sure I forgot a bunch of stories, but I'll probably remember them tomorrow. Okay. I love you guys. Have a good one. Peace.